gentlemen, it doesn't get any better than this. Welcome to Bernard G. Johnson Coliseum, the site for today's Sunday afternoon basketball here on the Bearcat Sports Network. Jordan Smith here alongside me, Scott Morris, to bring you the Bearcats of Sam Houston State University against the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana University. And Scott, taking a look at today's matchup between these two teams, obviously the Bearcats coming off a very strong performance against Howard Payne University. I have to believe they're wanting to continue that same momentum here this afternoon.
Oh yes, absolutely. 40 turnovers in that game, 26 steals in that one. A high-powered defense the Sam Houston team has. They're looking to bring that against the Raging Cajuns.
Now you take a look at today's matchup, you mentioned it, trying to bring that same high-powered intensity. Really, a couple players to me that stand out from this Bearcat squad that we'll have to take a look at today. One of them being Kira McKinney. She was everywhere in that Howard Payne game. And my main thing for her is looking at the amount of second chance opportunities that she creates.
Yeah, last game 6 for 10 from the field with 14 total points and making a big name for herself in that first game against Howard Payne. And that was a great performance for her to start the season. Good performance all around from Sam Houston in their first game. But yeah, looking at Kyra Smith today.
The starting lineups for both teams. First for the Raging Cajuns will look like this. The three guards, Brandy Williams, Jasmine Thomas, and Skylar Goodwin. And then the two forwards, Kimberly Burton and Kyra Wren. The lineup for the Sam Houston State Bearcats. At guard, Jennifer Oramis. The three forwards, Amber Leggett, Courtney Cleveland, Lachey Haynes. And then at the center, like we mentioned, Kira McKinney. It'll be Leggett and Burton to tip off. This one, it will be won by the Bearcats. We're underway here at Johnson Coliseum. Ramos with it at the top. Leggett to the corner to Cleveland. And quickly an early foul is called. In this one, the foul will be called on Jasmine Thomas. That'll be her first.
One thing I've noticed now, coming into new seasons of a lot of sports, a lot of teams having some first few game jitters.
Yeah, that's something that definitely every team goes through as you see Amber Leggett get the first basket of the ball game for the Bearcats as they go up 2-0. That's definitely something you see early on from most teams as a reach-in foul will be called here on the Bearcats. It'll be on Courtney Cleveland. That'll be her first, team's first of the game. Burton to inbound it. Right now, Thomas with it. Some good defense there by Cleveland. Thomas will drive in the lane, go for the shot, falls as he shoots, and the shot off the mark. Here's Leggett to Aramis now. Here's Cleveland baseline, floats one up and kisses it off the glass for two. An early 4-0 lead for the Bearcats. Right now with it, Thomas. She'll try to drive the lane up and under, and a shooting foul will be called, most likely on Cleveland. And in fact, will be on Cleveland. So quickly now, that's 2 fouls for Courtney Cleveland. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up for the Raging Cajuns.
Yeah, not good if you're Cleveland. There are 2 fouls early on, less than 2 minutes into the game. And I try to want to limit that, especially a player of her stature, having that kind of talent. And you want to limit those fouls early on in this one.
Faith Cook will check into the ball game to replace Cleveland, who's already in some early foul trouble. Jasmine Thomas' first free throw will fall. That's the first points for the Raging Cajuns. Second free throw falls. 2 for 2 on the trip. Makes it a 4-2 ball game. Just over 8.5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Inside from Haynes to Leggett, off the mark. Rebound made by Thomas.
Yeah, just trying to find something underneath. Very good there from Sam Houston, but unable to finish that on that opportunity.
Thomas with some good one-on-one defense from Leggett. Shoots from just inside the free throw line, off the mark, offensive rebound. And the Bearcats come up with it. Here's Cook now on a fast break. She'll slow it down and let her team set up. Gets it outside to Leggett. Pump fake will drive inside. Floater from about 8 feet, and the foul will be called. 2 free throws coming up. The foul will be called on Wren. That'll be her first, team second of the half.
Leggett looking to make an impact early. There's her second shot of the game already. Now at the free throw line.
First free throw will fall for Leggett. See there on the replay. Just enough contact to get the foul call warranted. Second free throw will bounce around and will bounce out. So 1 for 2 on that trip makes it 5-2. This one will bounce off the glass and will fall for the Cajuns.
That's unfortunate there for the Bearcats. They played some good defense of that one, but Raging Cajuns were able to get the best of them there.
Leggett will try to drive. The coaching staff wants a travel call, not going to get it as that one will fall off the mark. And now a foul on the run will be called. The foul will be called on Cook. That'll be her first.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a smart foul there. Sam Houston looked way out of position there. When the Raging Cajuns got that rebound, it looked like 3 of their players just kind of stayed back. So kind of getting that foul, resetting everybody's positioning, and continuing this game now.
Burton will be the one to inbound it for the Raging Cajuns. The Coronorier to take it down the court. Loose ball recovered. Here's a shot. And that one will rat-a-tat fall. It'll be Brandy Williams with the basket, but they're going to say a foul. Looks like basket will be good. A foul on the shot. They're going to call the foul, it looks like, on Haynes. Now a little bit of a confusion between the referees, it looks like.
Yeah, that whistle was really late. I'm not sure what they're trying to make over there. It doesn't look like there'll be free throws, but I don't know about you, that was really late.
And looks like that'll be a foul on the floor, so no basket. A shot up, off the mark, second chance rebound off the offensive rebound, and that one will fall. And now the Raging Cajuns extend their lead now 8-5 here in the first quarter of play.
Yeah, not good for Sam Houston. The Raging Cajuns, they're a very good offensive team. Even though Sam Houston has a great defense, they don't want to look to get down early because this team can put up a lot of points.
Shot with a little too much power on it from McKinney. And now here comes Louisiana Lafayette. Swings it around at the top with it in Goodwin. Backs up and resets. Five seconds on the shot clock as that one will be kissed off the glass for 2 from Brandy Williams. They extend their lead to 5 now. Here's Cook with it. We'll try to drive baseline, and a foul will be called on Williams. That'll be her first of the game. Substitutions will be made on the court for both teams as Jennifer Aramis will inbound it underneath her own basket. Haynes will get it back to Aramis. Here's a shot for 3 off the mark. Loose ball recovered by Faith Cook. Bearcats get another shot. Here's a shot from the baseline 3. That one will fall. And the Bearcats with their first 3 of the game, courtesy of Jalen Walker.
You're with the Bearcats right there. That's exactly what you wanted. A quick 3, get that lead down to 2. Now to play some good defense.
Here's a shot for 3. That one off the mark. On the shot, Coronorier. Now the Bearcats will try to drive one in, and they will call an offensive charge, it looks like. They will call it, I believe, on Walker. And so that will be a turnover. Louisiana gets possession.
Yeah, Jalen Walker trying to make a quick play right after her three-pointer, unable to finish that one and called for the charge. But that's what you want to see from the recent sub, trying to make an impact on this game early on with 5 minutes left.
Bearcats only down by 2, 10-8. Just under 6 minutes left to go in the first. A shot off the glass for 2. That comes from Kendall Bess, the senior forward. Ramos will swing it around. Haynes turnaround shot. And that one will fall off the mark, but a shooting foul. 2 free throws coming up, as a foul will be called on Bess.
Nearly an and-one opportunity there. The ball just rolling off the rim. Unfortunate for the Bearcats.
First free throw up and good for Haynes. Makes it a 3-point ball game. Second free throw off the mark. And now looks like they'll call a foul on Leggett. And so that will be a turnover. Louisiana with possession. Take a look at the replay here. Didn't seem intentional, but foul nevertheless. And because that's now, it looks like team foul number 5 of this first quarter. They'll be in the bonus. Well, Louisiana for the remaining 5:22 of the first quarter. First free throw falls. That's not something you want to do early on. In the first 4.5 minutes, already have enough fouls called on you as the second free throw misses to warrant the other team in the bonuses for half of the entire first quarter of play.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all the start the Bearcats wanted here. Five fouls already early in this one. Now they're in the bonus. Now they have to play very careful and still being down 3 points. Not at all what you wanted, but they got to keep on their game and play the high-powered defense that they do.
A missed 3 by Walker. And now Louisiana will try to drive the lane. Offensive rebound. And the Bearcats will finally grab it from Lachey Haynes. Here's Aramis with the fast pace tempo. They'll swing it around. Aramis will kick it to Leggett in the corner. She'll drive in baseline from about 6. Off the mark, out of bounds. They're going to say off of McKinney. And that will be Raging Cajuns ball. Timeout on the court. We'll take it with them. 12-9 the score. Bearcats trail by 3. 4:35 left to go in the first here on the Bearcat Sports Network. Total 9 here on the Bearcat Sports Network. 4:35 left to go in the first quarter of play. The Bearcats trail the Raging Cajuns by 3. Jordan Smith here alongside me is Scott Morris. And Scott, you take a look at the stats so far in this one. What's something that really stands out to you as the big differential in this matchup?
The big differential, points in the paint. Louisiana has 8 points in the paint while Sam Houston only has 4. And if you're Sam Houston, you want to lock up more on defense underneath, as the Raging Cajuns aren't shooting great from the outside. So if you can lock down that paint, that defense inside of there, you're going to have smooth sailing from here. But they got to lock it down and try to get that lead back down here 3.
Here's a 3 from Louisiana off the mark. Rebound made by Leggett. Here's Aramis with it. She'll shoot from the elbow. That one off the mark. Now here come the Raging Cajuns with it. We saw out of the timeout a little bit more intense defense as they went to the full court press. Something we saw them do all game against Howard Payne as the and one will fall for Louisiana. The foul will be called on Rachel Harrell. That'll be her first. And Louisiana will have a chance for a 3-point play.
Yeah, not good for Harrell just coming into the game and getting a quick foul. That's not the kind of impact you want to make coming off the bench. It still is early in this one, but not a great start.
Free throw will fall from Tyriana Doucette to make it 14-9. A 5-point lead. Now the referees are talking here on the court. Not really sure what the conversation is about. Not really sure what this conversation could be, honestly. I will say they did signal to Raven Justice as they walked over the head coach for Sam Houston State, and now it looks like they're going to take a look at the replay monitor for something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're looking at here. I mean, it was just some free throws, or just one free throw, but still.
I think they're maybe looking to see for a potential lane violation. That's the only thing I could come up with, honestly, but even that seems a little peculiar as you take a look at the replay.
I wonder if they're trying to figure out who the foul was on instead. But I'm not sure what this could be about. There really wasn't much that happened.
It doesn't look like anything's really changed, and so it'll stay the way it is. The foul will still be called on Harrell. As the ball's deflected out of bounds, it'll stay with the Bearcats. It'll be Walker to inbound it. Cook will get it inside to McKinney. Free throw shot, that one will fall.
McKinney's first points of the game there. You want to try to get her going after her strong start in the first game against Howard Payne.
A finger roll off the mark from Morrison. Here comes the Bearcats with it now. Cook with it. Will try to drive. Outside Harrell. Baseline 3. That one off the mark. Rebound will be made, it looks like, by Doucette. Now long pass up the court to Bess. That one will fall. Louisiana leads by 6, and really Sam Houston's trying everything out of this timeout. Just doesn't seem to be working right now to try to get their way back to less than 2 possessions.
Yeah, nothing's really working here. Different formations, different kind of defense. Started out more so zone heavy underneath. Now going more so man, and even that's not working. Not being able to find it offensively either, and just trying to look for anything to work.
Foul will be called on Bess. A foul on the floor. Looked like she pushed Harrell out of the way to try to get the rebound. And so Bearcats will keep possession. And it looks like Louisiana will do an entire lineup change. Very interesting. You don't see it that often when they sub 5 players in at a time. We'll see how that affects the way it's being played. Affects the way the game's being played here. Excuse me. As it looks like the referees will double confirm who the foul is called on.
Yeah, 5 players, 5 substitutions. I guess they're just trying to keep Sam Houston on their toes. Don't see that very often, if at all.
Once again, looks like they are confirming who the foul is on as you take a look at the replay. Not really sure what they're looking at, to be honest. Once again, the second time we've seen that. They're taking a look at the replay. Right now, both teams in the bonus for the final 2:43 of this first quarter. That's something else you really don't see that often, is the amount of fouls that we've had so far early on from both sides.
Yeah, a lot of fouls, both teams, both playing very physical, but still generally you don't see both teams being in the bonus this early, especially in the first quarter. It's more understandable down later in the game, third, fourth quarter, teams are getting tired, fighting for the finish. But this early on, you don't see a lot of fouls.
Looked like they were seeing who would be at the free throw line. So Rachel Harrell, first free throw will fall. Fall out.
Nearly in.
And a little trickery there as the second one will fall. So it'll be 1 of 2 from the free throw line on that trip. And they'll cut it back to within a 5-point deficit for the Bearcats. As once again, they go with the full court press.
Yeah, they want to be careful on the full court press, because if the Cajuns do get a fast break coming out of a throw-in, then that's not ideal, and Sam Houston would look out of position. It looks like they're keeping up well with it early on in this one.
A pump fake gets Aramis to buy in. The shot from mid-range off the mark. Here's Aramis now taking it down the court. Outside on over to Henderson. She'll go baseline and kiss it off the glass for 2.
There you go. If you're the Bearcats, that's exactly what you want. One possession game now. Quick points coming out of that timeout and confusion from the refs, but that's exactly what you want, keeping up that high court press now.
It's a one possession ball game, 17-14. 2 minutes left in the first. Right now, the Bearcats just needing a stop, as that one will be off the mark. A late whistle on the second chance shot. 2 free throws coming up for Wren, as it looks like the foul will be called on McKinney. That'll be her first of the game, and 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, and if you're the Bearcats, you kind of want to stop that. It looks to be a little bit of an issue here early on. Offensive rebounds, the Cajuns have been doing well of that, being able to get second chance points. So the Bearcats want to try to limit that here, going in later into the game after this quarter and so on.
First free throw will be off the mark as you take a look at the replay. Maybe a little bit of contact on the hand, possibly the arm as she went up for the shot. Second free throw off the mark. Offensive rebound. No good once again. Second chance. Loose ball. Louisiana comes up with it again. A jump ball will be called. And possession error will favor, it looks like, the Raging Cajuns.
Like I was saying right beforehand, there we go. 3 offensive rebounds, and that's not what you want to do if you're the Bearcats.
It'll be Thomas to inbound underneath her own basket. Looking for an option, has to pass it off. Almost tipped by Walker. Goodwin will pass it off. Good interception by Leggett. She will take it up the court, and it's a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, that one was stolen, taken for a layup, and now it's a 1-point game.
Deflected out of bounds by Henderson. Louisiana keeps possession. Substitution will be made on the court as Williams will take a seat for Louisiana. And in comes Court Neuer. As you take a look at the replay of the steal, a good job there by Amber Leggett to catch basically telegraph where the pass was going to go. Be able to deflect it just in time to be able to get her opportunity at a fast break basket.
Yeah, and she's doing real well this game. 5 points, 4 rebounds, and a steal there.
The travel will be called. Turnover. The Bearcats will get possession. And all of a sudden, you're starting to feel a little bit more like the Bearcats are finally playing to their strengths once again, like we saw in the game against Howard Payne. It's helping them right now. A basket reclaims the lead.
Yeah, finally that high court press is working to their advantage, causing the travel right there. And that's the kind of game that they play. They play very fast, very physical. They're not going to back down to anything.
Goes inside, floater from mid-range, off the mark. Louisiana with the rebound. Taking it up the court now, Cornoyer. Goes to the corner for 3. That one off the mark, rebound by Aramis. Less than a minute left to go in the first. 45 seconds now. Aramis with it, setting up the offense. She'll drive, kick it outside. Henderson on the pump fake. Outside again, and a foul will be called. Looks like on the Bearcats. So Louisiana will get possession. That's now foul number 9 on Sam Houston this first quarter alone.
Yeah, you do not want to do that going in later. 9 fouls already. You don't want that many in the first half, let alone the first quarter.
Cournoyer with it. Kick outside, baseline in now. And some contact will be made. The foul will be called. It'll be on Kennedy. That'll be her first foul of the game. And that's now 10 team fouls in the first quarter, double bonus. The Raging Cajuns for the last 23.5 seconds of this first quarter get 2 free throws.
Yeah, double bonus, not what you want to see in the first quarter or at all. If that's saying that, but first quarter double bonus, not good.
Take a look at the replay, the pass from Cournoyer. See a little bit right there, maybe right before the pass, a little bit of body contact. As the second free throw will fall. Making 19-16, a 3-point game. Shot clock is off now with 23.5 seconds left to go in the first. So the Bearcats could hold here for the last shot.
Yeah, they want to be smart here, try to get that last shot. Maybe try to tie it or at least cut the lead down to 1 point, but don't want to do anything too crazy here. Just try to get some points going into the second quarter.
12 seconds left to go in the quarter. They'll go outside. Henderson outside now. A foul will stop the clock at 8.4 seconds left. Morrison gets called for the foul. And that is now, I believe, 16 fouls on Louisiana, so that will be some free throws for Henderson. First free throw will be in and out, so if you're Louisiana, that's a smart foul there as you take a look at the replay.
Yeah, it is. Now 8 seconds left. Brings the Bearcats to the line. They can't tie the game, and now the Raging Cajuns get the last position here of the quarter.
They'll call a foul on Henderson. May have been a little more contact than the referees like. That'll be her second foul of the game. And it looks to be the team's 11th of the quarter. It's a 7.2 seconds left. And 2 free throws coming up for Brandy Williams.
Yeah, and as we've noticed early in this one, the refs are not hesitant to blow that whistle. 17 total fouls in this first quarter, not even first half. So both teams are going to want to come out into the second quarter and try to calm down a little bit, knowing how much the refs are calling this game. Very little will be blown whistle.
5 seconds left. Here's Aramis down the court with it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He'll have to get a shot off. Walker with the floater off the mark. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. Bearcats trail by 3 against Louisiana, 20-17, as we head into the second quarter of play after this here on the Bearcat Sports Network. Quarter number 2 about to get underway here on the Bearcat Sports Network. Louisiana Raging Cajuns lead the Bearcats to Sam Houston State 20-17. As the Bearcats will look to inbound here to restart play. Jordan Smith here alongside me is Scott Morris. And Scott, you take a look at the first quarter, and the glaring thing that stands out to me is the 11 team fouls in the first 10 minutes of play.
Yeah, 11 fouls, having a little over 20 in their game against Howard Payne. I believe it was 23 total fouls in that game. Now here 11 already in this one, and that's not at all how you want to play that first quarter. So you're going to want to look to limit those here.
And that's a way to turn it around as Cook gets the floater. It'll be 20-19 now, a 1-point ball game. And once again, now you see that full court man-to-man defense. Timeout taken by Louisiana. It'll turn into a media timeout. We'll take it with them. 20-19 the score. Back after this on the Bearcat Sports Network.
Bearcat football will be back in action on Saturday, November 16th. Noon, National Bearcats facing Northwestern State. Proceed to service. Stay tuned.
Back out of the media timeout. 20-19 the score, 9:34 left to go. Or 9:32, excuse me, in the first half of play. As Louisiana will inbound it to restart play. A Goodwin with it, taking it down the court. Bearcats now in a full court man-to-man defense. Like we saw against Howard Payne University. The shot from the baseline a little long. Aramis with the rebound. Opposite side, here's a three from Walker off the mark. Loose ball recovered by Cornoyer. Looking for options. She'll now take it in herself. Has an option down low, turnaround, and that is a good athletic move there from Doucette.
Yeah, that was getting around the defender, finding her player underneath to finish that possession there for the Raging Cajuns, giving them that 3-point lead now.
Aramis to Walker, now to Cook on the wing. Trying to look down low to Haynes. Takes it herself, now goes to Haynes baseline. Leggett will drive. Gets it off to Haynes from mid-range off the mark with 7 seconds left on the shot clock. And Louisiana gets possession once again. Stops her dribble, looks for options. Doucette will shoot from about 7 feet off the mark. There's Aramis with it now.
One thing you're looking for, Jennifer Aramis, no points yet going into the second quarter. 3 assists, 2 rebounds, but has not been able to get scoring there just yet. Want to get her going.
A jump ball will be called. And it looks like it'll turn into Louisiana possession. Take a look at the replay. They're going to say that Doucette had her hand on the ball just enough time to be able to warrant a jump ball call.
Yeah, must have won that time by a split second.
The shot and a foul on the shot. 2 free throws coming up. I believe the foul is on Cleveland. In fact, it is. And it'll be 2 free throws coming up as you take a look at the replay.
Yeah, looks like she got her hand on the right arm of the player trying to make that basket, so that will be a foul for her.
Cleveland's second foul, third foul now of the game, and she'll have to take a seat on the bench once again. First free throw in and out, and that's not something you want to see early on. From Courtney Cleveland, the junior transfer from Pratt Community College. 3 early fouls here in the first half of play.
Yeah, not good at all. Doesn't look like she'll be able to play for most of the half if you're smart. If you want to sit her out, try to limit her fouls, but she's going to have to be very limited on her play the rest of the game, or at least in this half.
Ramos inside to Haynes. Turns around her defender, loses the ball, and Goodwin with possession. Now a foul will be called on Walker, and it seems like they're just about calling any kind of contact whatsoever. So far, some of these fouls, to be honest, for both sides, some of these fouls probably shouldn't be called, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, they shouldn't. You know, I like the saying, let them play. Just kind of, you know, any sport you play, it's going to be a little physical. Let them bring that physical aspect of the sport in here in basketball. Let them try to play that high press defense and just let both teams try to play their game and don't run this game. You know, the reason people pay attention to the games, they don't watch the refs, they watch the players, and so they got to be careful of that, and there it is, another foul.
Walker will pick up her 3rd foul of the game already, with 2 fouls in the last 2 possessions, as Rachel Harrell will come in to replace her on the court. And 2 free throws coming up for Wren. First shot falls to make it a 5-point lead. Once again, as you take a look at the replay, Cook tried to draw the charge call. Wasn't able to get a call, however, and get enough contact to warrant a call. As a miss on the shot, here come the Bearcats. Aramis with it, goes from wing to wing. Errol stops her dribble, back to Aramis on the baseline. Now inside to Haynes. Swings it around, Cook will get a foul called on the defense. It'll be called on Howman. That'll be her first of the game. It'll be Aramis to inbound underneath their own basket.
Yeah, both teams, it's hard for them to get anything going with all these fouls called, not being able to play their game.
Thought about the 3, decided otherwise. Swings it around. Here's Cook, baseline 3, that one off the mark. Rebound by Haynes, muscles up and puts it in.
Now that's just a tough play right there, out-rebounding her opponent, finishing that layup strong, giving the Bearcats a 1-possession game now.
That's her 2nd offensive rebound of the game. 4 rebounds now for Haynes so far in today's ball game. Loose ball, looked like it was tipped by Harrell, stolen by the Bearcats. And now a foul is called as Cook tried to go for possession. That's now the 2nd straight foul called on Howman. And Bearcats with possession.
Yeah, there we go, 5 fouls already in this one, less than 4 minutes into the 2nd quarter. It looks like those fouls are going to be something to deal with all game.
Leggett will inbound it to start play. 6:27 left to go in the first half. A 3-point separation on the scoreline. 24-21. Louisiana leads Sam Houston in this one.
Yeah, good for Sam Houston, not going away anytime soon. Keeping it very short possessions, even being down as much as 6 and just not going away.
Leggett with it. Tries to drive inside, outside. Back to Leggett. And looks like a blocking foul will be called on Burton. That'll be her first.
Yeah, it looked like Burton's feet never were able to get settled there, so that will be a blocking foul on them. Sam Houston will keep that ball.
Here's Osborne with it. Cook goes baseline to Aramis, and a travel will be called.
You see a mental error there on the travel on the baseline, trying to look for Aramis in the corner.
Well, it looked like the play was starting to develop very nicely. Like you said, not an error you'd like to see. And now it looks like they're going to call Cook, I believe, on a foul.
Yeah, yet another foul there called. Just trying to make a defensive play, not even really going for a player, just going for the ball, and still unfortunate to get called for a foul there, as we see here on the replay.
That'll be her 2nd foul of the game. team's 15th here in this one so far. 15 team fouls in the first 14 minutes of play. Different tale of the tape from their past game against Howard Payne, and that'll be team foul number 16 as Aramis will pick up her first on a reach-in.
Yeah, and there you go. That's their 5th foul of the quarter now. And that's not what you want to see. 16 fouls less than 15 minutes in. I don't think it's going to be averaging a foul per minute.
It'll be 2 free throws coming up for Williams, the sophomore guard from Lake Charles. First free throw will fall. 25-21 the scoreline. Louisiana trying to get to that magic number of 5 as they do so right there. That's really seemed to have been the mark. But the Bearcats, they've gotten close at times, even gotten it to 1 point, but just have not been able to get over that hump ever since they started trailing early on in the first quarter.
Yeah, no, not at all. They haven't gone away yet, but they haven't done just enough to take that lead. They haven't led at all this game. They're looking to finally get that.
And there's a player you have to get involved right there. Kira McKinney, as a player that had a huge impact in the game against Howard Payne. That's someone you have to get involved if your team wants to win. We talked about it in pregame, and there you see it right there.
Yeah, just wide open under the basket. Smart play by her, letting her defender try to take up the player at the top of the arc, getting that wide open space, and looking to make an impact in this second game of the season after her huge game with 14 points against Howard Payne.
Turnover off the inbound. Bearcats with possession. Cook to Leggett on the wing. She'll drive, baseline shot. That one a little strong. Goodley will take it down the court.
Ramish just putting her hands up, trying to avoid a foul.
She'll end up getting the ball off the steal from McKinney. Puts one up from 5 feet. That will fall, and it's a 1-point ball game.
Yep, we've said that a few times. 1-point ball game. As finally Aramis able to get on the scoreboard with their first shot of the game.
Now a double team on Goodley. They'll go inside. One-on-one battle, and the shot will fall for Louisiana.
Yeah, and that's about the story of this first half so far. Right as Sam Houston finally gets that to a 1-point lead, Raging Cajuns respond, get a point, and bring that lead back to 3.
4.5 minutes left to go in the first half. 28-25 the scoreline. Aramis conducting the offense. Swings it around. Right now with it is Cook inside to McKinney. Turns around, puts up the shot, looks for contact. It'll be Bearcats' ball off the deflection.
Yeah, and that's a little surprising because we've seen a lot of those be called for fouls, even close ones that may have hit the ball or may have hit the hand. It's surprising there for the refs to call that a tip and out of bounds, but it will still stay Sam Houston's ball.
Couple substitutions will be made here on the court. Aramis will be the one to inbound it. And now the referee looks like they're going to talk to a couple players who may have been getting a little aggressive before the play even started. You see that a few times every now and then.
Yeah, especially in one like this, as many fouls have been called in this one. Things might get a little chippy just based on the fact that you keep hearing that whistle, you get frustrated, and you just want to play. There's that high court defense there being played yet again.
Deflection and steal by Aramis. Here come the Bearcats. 2-on-3 fast break. That one ahead of Harrell and go out of bounds.
That pass just a little in front of her. Almost hit the referee there on the sideline. Instead it'll go out of bounds.
Full court man defense, as you see head coach Raven Justice there shaking her head a few times at how everything's gone so far in this one. Raven Justice in her second year at the helm for Sam Houston State. Went 16-13 last year, 1-0 so far. And I have to tell you, the turnaround that she's had on this program has been absolutely amazing to watch.
Yeah, it sure has, especially even though last season going 16-3, finally turning this program around, which really hasn't had the most success, and then being third ranked in the preseason poll.
Basket there by Louisiana. Bearcats with possession. Looks like a timeout called on the court. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. taking a look at the numbers so far, Scott. Right now, a 5-point ball game with 3:24 left to go in the first half. What kind of stands out to you?
Stands out to me shooting. Bearcats 10 for 28, 35%. Trying to just find something offensively. They've done well finally settling down in defense, playing that high court press, and it's really thrown the Raging Cajuns off as they've called a few timeouts on inbound passes, a few high court steals on those. And you want to keep up that defense, you just got to get that offense going. You know, like Jennifer Aramis, 19 points last game, 1 for 3 with only 2 points today. You want to try to get her going as she's been known to be one of the better scorers on the team. And you want to get her going, you want to get the whole offense going. Finally match that defense, and if so, the Bearcats will be able to take that lead back.
You see head coach Gary Broadhead for the Raging Cajuns. He's done a good job of his program as well. 117 and 108 career record. Here's a 3 off the mark from Aramis. Louisiana with the rebound. Right now with it is Goodwin. On the wing, still looking for an option. She'll drive it herself and gets around Harrell and goes from baseline all the way to the basket and extends the lead now by 7.
Yeah, not good. Biggest lead of the game here for the Raging Cajuns with 2:45 left to go in this first half.
Aramis swings it around. Haynes with it. From just past the block, that one off the mark. Rebound by Leggett. Second chance effort in and 1 for the Bearcats.
There we go, Amber Leggett doing very good this game. 7 points now, going for an and 1 opportunity. And she's really kept the offense going this game, leading the game, like I said, with 7 points as well as 7 rebounds. Kind of standing out in this one.
You see, she gets a rebound off the deflection. Gets the foul call off the contact on the hand. Gets the basket to fall, so now she'll have a chance at a 3-point play the old-fashioned way. She gets that one to fall. 32-28 the score now, a 4-point separation with 2.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Right now with it will be Thomas. There's only 2 points have come from the free throw line. Shot and the foul will be Doucette to the free throw line as they will get McKinney for her second foul of the game.
Yeah, they will. And one thing I find interesting about Sam Houston is their change of play on defense. A lot of times you'll see them run kind of a zone, as you see here on replay when they actually switched here. As you can see, the center underneath is just trying to make a play, keeping her ground underneath. But they do a lot of switching, a lot of man, a lot of zone. They'll throw it in trying to keep their opponents on their toes.
First free throw in and out, so it makes it a 4-point lead. Second free throw will fall. 5-point lead now, 33-28. Here's Cook with it down the court, gets the pick from Haynes. Aramis swings it around. Goes inside, off the glass, off the mark, rebound by McKinney. Back outside, but stolen off the interception from Goodwin.
Aramis continuing that high press right here.
Swings it around right now. Best with it deflected. Haynes almost able to get it back. But Best with it again, and now loose ball. Diving for it to the Bearcats. Jump ball. And the Bearcats will get possession.
That's exactly what you wanted. Cutting that lead to 5. Almost a near steal by half court. And then getting the jump ball there, winning back possession. And if you're the Bearcats, that's exactly what you want to see. Get that momentum here with less than 2 minutes left to go in the first half. As we see here on the replay, player just kind of lost the ball, and diving onto the ground was McKinney getting that jump ball for the Bearcats.
Cook will take it down the court for Sam Houston State. She'll try to drive it in, force the contact. Basket did not fall, so 2 free throws coming up off the foul from Goodwin. That'll be her first.
Yeah, and there we see another case of the refs calling a very tight game here. Not too much contact underneath, but will still be enough to get 2 free throws for Cook.
A 5-point game, 1:40 left to go in the first half. First free throw in and out.
Cook currently 1 for 2 with 2 points in the game, as well as 3 assists.
She gets the second free throw to fall, 1 for 2 from the charity stripe that trip. Makes it a 4-point game. Now the steal off the inbound as Haynes was able to get possession. And I believe a foul will be called on Thomas.
Yeah, it sure will. And both teams now in the bonus here with under 2 minutes to go. So that'll be 3 free throws coming up for the Bearcats.
So Lachey Haynes at the line for 2 free throws. If you take a look at the replay, seemed like a little miscommunication there on the inbound, and a good job by Haynes to be aware of where the pass is going.
Yeah, it was, and there's that high court press you see coming into play there, just creating the mistake on the other team, forcing them to throw the ball way over the defender, and Haynes just reacting and getting on top of that ball.
First free throw will fall, will make it a 1-possession game. Second free throw falls, it's now 2-point deficit, 33-31 the score. Long court pass, that one will go ahead, and that will be a turnover. Bearcats will get possession.
That's exactly what you wanted. 2 straight possessions now. The Raging Cajuns trying to throw in a pass and just way over the head of their target, and now Sam Houston getting 2 quick opportunities. Now only down here 2, trying to tie the game here with 1:39 left to go in the first half.
Cook will be the one to inbound it underneath the Bearcats' own basket. A 2 to tie, a 3 to take the lead. Swings it around, here's Aramis with it. Will shoot from 3, that one off the mark. Rebound from Louisiana, and a foul looks like it might be called on Cook.
Yeah, foul underneath on the 3, nearly made by Aramis, which would have given the Bearcats their first lead of the game. Unable to connect on that one instead. The foul on Cook will be called. Now 2 free throws coming up. 7 fouls on the Bearcats now, 18 total on the game. And going into the second half, you really want to limit those fouls.
Free throws coming up for Williams as a substitution will be made. Harrell will check in for Cook. 5 on the court right now. Aramis, Leggett, Kennedy, Harrell, and Haynes as the first free throw will fall. It's a 3-point game now with 1:27 left to go in the first half. Second free throw falls. 2 for 2 on the trip, 4-point game. Expect an up-tempo offense here from the Bearcats in the final minute and 20 seconds.
Yeah, they sure do like to play that high-tempo offense.
Foul will be called on Cournoyer. It'll be free throws because of the bonus. And Aramis will be at the line for 2.
Yeah, now that's their 7th foul for the Raging Cajuns. 13 total on the game.
First free throw falls. In and out on the second free throw, still a 3-point ball game. 35-32 the score. Goodwin with it for Louisiana. Tries to drive inside, stops her dribble, shoots at the free throw line. Off the mark, loose ball tipped around, offensive rebound, and a jump ball forced by Harrell. It should be Raging Cajuns' possession, but a good effort there by Rachel Harrell.
Yeah, it was great defense to start that play from Aramis, forcing the forced shot there, and then Harrell just not giving up on that play, trying to win that rebound as it kind of just tipped up and around everybody.
Mismatch on the sides between Aramis and Doucette. It'll go out of bounds, and it looks like Bearcats will get possession.
Yeah, they will. There's that defense, exactly what you wanted. Still a 1-possession game. Bearcats still fighting. 46 seconds left to go in this first half, and that's a great defensive stand there from the Bearcats.
Leggett will take it in and kiss it off the glass for 2. It's a 1-point ball game.
Yeah, and with that layup, Leggett now goes into double digits. Now 4 for 11 on the game with 10 points.
28 seconds left to go in the first half. An easy cut into the lane. Nobody there to stop the layup. It's a three-point game. Shot clock has been turned off. 15 seconds left. They'll most likely hold for the final shot of the first half. 10 seconds now. Ramos looking around. Here's Leggett. She'll drive inside. Shot from the elbow. That one off the mark. Offensive rebound. 1 second. Puts it up and falls out just before the buzzer. We head to the halftime break. 37-34. Bearcats trail against the Raging Cajuns. We'll be back for the second half after this here on the Bearcat Sports Network.
Including free admission with their Texas Farm Bureau membership card. Sports, Facebook at Bearcat Athletics, and on Instagram at Bearcat Sports. Now, fans, it's time for HBI Office Solutions Musical Chairs. Our contestants will compete in a game of musical chairs and still
About to start the second half of play. You're at Johnson Coliseum. Currently, Louisiana leading 37-34 as we get you set for the first 10 minutes of play here in the second half. Jordan Smith here alongside me. Scott Morris. And Scott, you take a look at the first half in this game. What has really stood out to you more or less for the Bearcats, but also what's really stood out to you for Louisiana?
What stood out for me for both teams, 31 total fouls, 18 coming from the Bearcats, 13 from the Raging Cajuns. Neither of those numbers you want to be in if you're either team. Gonna want to look to limit those if you're the Bearcats, especially 18 going into the bonus less than 5 minutes into both quarters. You definitely want to limit that as well. And you kind of want to get that offense going. That high press defense has looked good for the Bearcats, but that offense has been lacking a little bit, only one player in double digits. Definitely want to change that coming into the second half.
Ramos gets the inbound to restart play here in the second half. Harrell with it on the wing. She'll try to drive in, gets it to Ramos on the wing. Ramos around, here's Haynes. Inside of McKinney, back up top to Haynes. Haynes will drive, shot from the elbow. That one off the mark. Loose ball rebounded by Louisiana. Here's Thomas taking it down the court now. Right now, Williams with it. She'll try to drive. Open-ish lane, and that one will be rebounded by McKinney. Here come the Bearcats down the court to Haynes. Goes up for the shot. Loses control, and that will be out of bounds. Bearcats will lose possession.
Yeah, it looked like a great opportunity there for the Bearcats on the fast break. Unable to finish as the ball just kind of slipped out of her hands. Unfortunate, but now it'll be the Raging Cajuns' ball.
Right now with it is Thomas. Dump it off to Williams. Loose ball and recovered by the Bearcats. 3 Bearcats on the court. Aramis with the kiss off the glass. It's a 1-point ball game.
You know, the biggest thing I saw about that play, no foul called on the tough defense. Might be a little bit of things to come here in the second half, but if we can call that and the players can just play their game, we'll be in for an exciting second half here of Bearcats basketball.
Thomas will pull up from about 18 feet off the mark. Rebound by Aramis. That'll be her 3rd rebound of the game. Here's Harrell with it baseline. Corner 3 from Leggett. She got it!
She sure did there. 13 points in the game, leading scorer for the Bearcats. That's a perfect start for them as they take their first lead of the game here with 8:11 left to go in the 3rd quarter of this game.
The first lead of the second half, the first time they've led in this game since the 7:52 mark back in the first quarter, back when they led 5-4. So it's been a tough road to get back. Now they're up by 2. A good start here to start the second half for Sam Houston State.
Yeah, sure is.
There's a shot from about 15 feet off the mark. Rebound made by Aramis and a foul called on the rebound.
Yeah, and that's one thing that stands out to me with Jennifer Aramis. 5'5", not afraid to go up against anybody, getting that rebound on a much taller player than her, and that's a lot of heart that you see with her play.
Substitution will be made. 7:46 left to go in the 3rd. Bearcats have a 39-37 lead here in the 3rd quarter as Aramis takes it over midcourt. Haynes with it. She'll drive, stops her dribble, and a little miscommunication between her and Leggett, and it'll be a turnover.
Yeah, Haynes, there 2 possessions now, one on the fast break layup where the ball kind of just slipped out of her hand. There, a bit of miscommunication. Probably a little nervous coming into the second half, wants to take a step back and trying to just play her game.
That one, a foul on the shot as it goes in and out. It'll be 2 free throws coming up off the shot. The foul will be called on Leggett. That'll be her 2nd foul of the game. Team's first of the quarter. 2 free throws coming up for Burton.
Yeah, and that's good. 2.5 minutes in, their first foul. Not the same story in the first half. Both quarters having 2 fouls early in, less than 2 minutes in, as you see here on the replay.
Last second contact after the ball left her hand. 2nd free throw off the mark. 1 for 2 on that trip. 1-point ball game, but the Bearcats with the lead. Here's Aramis with it. She'll take it to the near wing. Now gets it to Walker. A good pick there by Haynes. Leggett kicks it back out to Walker. Leggett will drive inside, floater off the glass, loose ball recovered by the Raging Cajuns.
Yeah, good drive there by Leggett, unable to finish that one.
Inside, Doucette with it. Loses the ball, Walker with the steal. Harrell was not looking as that one will be stolen right back by Cournoyer. Pick by Doucette. Here's a shot from Cournoyer. That one off the mark. Loose ball recovered and rebounded by McKinney. Here's Harrell down the court. Leggett with it on the baseline. Opposite side. Harrell for three. She got it.
There we go. Corner three there for Harrell. Great start to the second half for her. Trying to get in the mix there. 7 points now in this one.
Now a 4-point lead for the Bearcats, 42-38. Just over 6 minutes left to go in the third. We kind of saw it towards the end of the first half. We're seeing it continue on here in the start of the third quarter as a foul will be called on McKinney. It'll be her third foul of the game. But it seems like the Bearcats are starting to play a little bit more like themselves again. And they're starting to really not try to do too much. Now you see it every once in a while, but they're not trying to play too much more to what their strengths are. They're actually getting back to what their usual style is.
Yeah, there is. They like to play that high-tempo offense. They like to move the ball around a lot as there's a travel called on the play on the Raging Cajuns. But they like to play that high-tempo offense, and you saw in that Harrell corner three, a lot of movement, a lot of passing, kind of forcing the defense to make the mistake themselves, not forcing anything, and just that's the type of play that they want to have here in the second half.
Aramis stops her dribble on the wing inside of McKinney. Turnaround, backs up her defender. The shot is blocked by Doucette. Louisiana with possession. Now stolen by McKinney. A good job there on that one. Harrell has to try to save it. And that one will be out of bounds. It'll be Louisiana possession.
Great play there by McKinney, getting the block, not giving up on the play, getting the steal. Unfortunately, thrown out of bounds by Aramis, looking for Harrell. And like you said, Bearcats not trying to do too much, but when they do, it hasn't been working out for them too well like it was there. Aramis had some open space, trying to look for Harrell to make the big play, unable to.
Swinging it around right now with it is Williams. She'll kick it to the corner. Loose ball, here's Doucette with it. A foul on the shot will be called. 2 free throws coming up as the foul looks to be on Kennedy. That'll be her second foul of the game.
Yeah, 5:19 left to go in this one, and it'll be the first time in this game that the Bearcats have not been in the bonus with more than 5 minutes left to go. And that's a good sign here in the second half.
First free throw off the mark from Doucette, and like you mentioned, as you take a look at the replay, a little bit more other referees, like you said in the beginning of this second half, a little bit more of the referees letting them play a little bit more. Still, obviously, the occasional foul calls. You have 4 fouls total being called here so far in the start of the second half. But they're letting them play just a little bit more.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to see if you're either team. Because once that whistle starts blowing a lot, you can never get into rhythm. Harrell makes the mid-range shot, giving her 6 points now. And that's what you want to see from, especially your refereeing crew, just letting the teams play, letting teams get into their rhythm, and just kind of leading to some exciting basketball.
Well, try to drive does Cournoyer, and that one will bounce around and fall in. It'll make it a 3-point game once again. Here's Cook with it. Inside, tries to look for an option, and Kennedy loses possession. Here comes Louisiana on the fast break. Stop their dribble. A triple team comes in now. Outside, here's Doucette on the shot and forces the foul. It'll be called on Kennedy. That'll be her third. And that'll be 2 free throws.
Yeah, not a good look there from Kennedy. 2 fouls early on in this one. And looks like it'll be a timeout on the court. But yeah, you want to try to limit those fouls, especially back-to-back possessions.
Immediate timeout on the court. 4:30 left to go in the third. Bearcats lead by 3 here on the Bearcat Sports Network.
Looks like we have our winner there, our number 3, Haynes combo. Congratulations.
44-41 the score, as Doucette will be at the free throw line. Once again, 4:30 left to go in the third quarter here on the Bearcat Sports Network. Jordan Smith here alongside me, Scott Morris, as the first free throw falls. Now 2-point ball game as the first free throw falls. Five for 7 now on the day is Doucette with that 2-for-2 trip from the charity stripe. It's a 1-point game. Here's Cook with it. Goes opposite side, Harrell baseline, shoot from mid-range. That one does not fall. Rebound by Doucette. That's now her 7th rebound of the game. Inside, wide open pass to Best, but that one will be off the mark, a little strong. Harrell inside to Haynes, and forces the foul on the shot. 2 free throws coming up. The foul will be called on Doucette. That'll be her first of the game. And 2 free throws for Lachey Haynes.
Yeah, golden opportunity there for Haynes to get the and one. Unable to finish that layup, will get 2 free throws instead. That was great play there by Harrell to start it, avoiding the defender, finding Haynes underneath, leading to these free throws.
First free throw will fall to make it a 2-point lead. Take a look at the replay. And a good job by Harrell there to see Haynes out of the corner of her eye, driving to the basket as the second free throw falls to make it a 3-point lead. And to dump off the pass to try to get the easy 2.
Sam Houston kind of backing off here to start, or coming out of the timeout. Not that high court press right now. Kind of staying back, playing some man defense. There's a foul called on the court.
And I call it Anna Ramos. That'll be her 2nd of the game. Interesting call there is that they called her, looks like, for a wraparound. It didn't seem like she wrapped around the Louisiana player that much, but nevertheless, 5 team fouls here in this third quarter, so that will be 2 free throws for Howman. Second free throw falls, 46-45 the score now. About 3:40 left to go in the third. Here's Cook with it. Ramos swinging around. Leggett looking for options inside. Haynes to McKinney. And a foul will be called on Doucette. That'll be her 2nd.
Yeah, and we were saying earlier, refs letting them play, but last few minutes, a lot of blowing of that whistle, and not what you want to see if you're either team. No team getting or being able to get any sort of momentum, any sort of rhythm. It's unfortunate to see with all these whistles being blown.
The inbound to Haynes. It's a reset play. 17 seconds on the shot clock. 10 seconds now. Aramis will take it in, kick it outside of Haynes. Baseline shot is short. She gets her own rebound, loses the ball now. Louisiana takes it on a fast break from Howman. 3-on-2 fast break, spin move, puts it up. No foul call on the shot, loose ball. Doucette gets it, puts it up off the mark. Rebound by Leggett.
And that was just great defense there between Leggett and Haynes, not letting anything underneath fall. Now leading to that layup there from McKinney. Giving the Bearcats that 3-point lead, and that's exactly what you want to see, not letting that fast break lead to any points for the Raging Cajuns.
A 3-point lead now for the Bearcats. 48-45. Go up for the shot. That went in and out. Second chance effort off the mark. Loose ball. Third chance and a foul called on the shot. 2 free throws coming up for Louisiana. I believe the foul might be on McKinney, and in fact, they're going to give the foul to Aramis. That'll be her third. As you take a look at the replay, goes up for the quick second chance, not able to get it to fall. Third chance. So 2 free throws coming up. First free throw will fall, makes it 48-46, and that's something you don't want to see from Jennifer Aramis, one of the 2 leaders of this program, is having 3 fouls already. She gets 1 more, and all of a sudden, she's in deep foul trouble.
Yeah, she has 5 points in the game right now, shooting 2 for 7, and you don't want to see her getting in any sort of foul trouble. With only 5 points, like I said, not a great game for her, but she can pop off at any moment and just kind of open up the scoring for this team. So you definitely don't want her in foul trouble and having to limit her play time.
Williams with the foul called on her. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 48-46 the score. 2:32 left to go in the third quarter of play here at Bernard G. Johnson Coliseum. Jordan Smith here alongside me, Scott Morris. And Scott, you take a look at the way this game is played so far, comparing the Bearcats to how they played against Howard Payne. What seems to be different here in today's game against the Raging Cajuns?
What's different is they haven't been able to get into much of a rhythm. Their defense will do well, their offense will kind of fail them a little bit, and then it'll switch a little bit. The defense will give up a quick 6-7 points. Their offense will also be able to score a quick 6-7 points. And it's more so trying to get that rhythm of both the defense and the offense being on the same page. And a big thing that I'm seeing here from the defense is offensive rebounds. The Raging Cajuns have 10. And that's not what you want to see, giving them those second opportunities on anything. So you want to try to lock down that paint, not give them those offensive rebounds anymore, and try to stop those second chance points from them. And I think that's the big difference right here, 10 compared to the Bearcats' 6 offensive rebounds. And like on that last play on that foul, that offensive rebound leading to those free throws.
And something else that stands out to me, you mentioned it before the game started, the Bearcats with around 40 turnovers in the game against Howard Payne, with 26 of those being from steals, which set a new school record. Right now, they only have 8. They just have not been able to be as aggressive on defense as they would like. And again, that's a attribution to the amount of fouls that have been called. 24 fouls on Sam Houston State. As the inbound to restart play with Leggett. Harrell will pump fake. They wanted a travel call. They're not going to get it. Here's Walker from 3 at the top. That one falls. 51-46 as the Bearcats lead by 5.
That's exactly what you want from Jalen Walker at the top of the arc, making that 3, taking advantage coming out of the timeout, giving them that 5-point lead. Now 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter.
The floater from the Raging Cajuns off the mark. Rebound deflected to McKinney. Here's Walker with it. Fast break. The corner to Harold. That one off the mark. And it looks like a foul will be called on Walker for a charge. That'll be a turnover.
Entering for the Bearcats, number 1, Jennifer Aramis.
Aramis will head into the ballgame and replace Walker, who has 3 fouls. Just under 2 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Bearcats lead it by 5. Neuer passes it over to Howman. Drives in with the shot. Actually, it's Williams with the shot. That one goes out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with Louisiana.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed, Harrell's been playing some very good defense. She's usually had the assignment of taking on the point guard, guarding whoever has the ball, bringing it up. She's done a great job following them all the way through to their layups with a great defensive play right there.
Here's Hellman with it. Shot from the elbow. That one will fall. It'll make it a 3-point game.
Great defense there by Leggett, but an even better shot from the Raging Cajuns player.
There's Aramis with it now. Into the Harrell on the wing. The pick from Haynes. Swings it around to Harrell. A quick three on the way, off the mark. Once again, Hellman with it at the top. She'll step back just inside the three-point line. That one will fall. And now with just under a minute left to go in the third quarter, it's all of a sudden a 1-point game. There's Aramis with it. Leggett almost loses the ball. Gets it on over now. McKinney turn around from about 10 feet. That one falls. A little bit of cushion now. It's a 3-point game for the Bearcats.
Yeah, it is, and they're a great shot there by McKinney. Better assist there from Leggett, just finding her player underneath, getting the mid-range shot off, giving them that 3-point lead back.
Williams with it. She has 11 points on 3 of 7 shooting so far today for Louisiana. And she almost loses the ball, falls to the court. Jump ball is called. Looks like she may be hurt out there on the court. Williams talking with the trainer right now as about 15 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. You see Raven Justice taking a look at the situation on the court. Now going to call her team together as head coach for Louisiana trying to ask why there wasn't a foul call. Head coach Gary Broadhead. Now he'll talk with the team as attend to the injured Williams.
Yeah, Broadhead very unhappy with that, very livid with the referees there, asking for a foul. Has now calmed down. The injured player on the court just trying to get back up and kind of just trying to calm down everything. Don't want the game to get too chippy here. Just kind of want to play some good, fair basketball and, you know, don't want to do anything too crazy.
You see Williams there walking off the court. Good to see her walk off under her own power. It's always a good sign to see as we have the players return to the court. 53-50, 15.6 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Bearcats lead by 3 and are on the defense. So Skylar Goodwin, the junior guard from Baton Rouge, will be the one to inbound it.
Yeah, Broadhead still making his case to the referees after that play.
Hellman with it at the midcourt logo. 8 seconds left to go. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Shot is up off the mark. Here's Harrell with it. Has to take it down the court. 2 seconds. Here's a shot from Leggett that falls for the buzzer beater.
Amber Leggett now 16 points in the game, a double-double with 10 rebounds. Makes that buzzer beater seen here on the replay. The assist from Harrell right behind the arc. The 3 as time expires, giving the Bearcats that 53-50 lead going into the halftime. Or going into the final quarter of play. 56-53, my apologies.
A huge basket there for the Bearcats as they now go up by 2 possessions. Heading into the final quarter of play, we'll take a break. 56-50, back after this here on the Bearcat Sports Network. Back here on the Bearcat Sports Network, they're taking a look at the three-pointer to end the third quarter of play. 56-50 is what currently stands. They're going to uphold the call, so it will be 56-50 officially. Rachel Harrell with the three. You and I were talking about it during the break, Scott. Leggett is really having herself a day.
Oh, she sure is. 6 from 16 from the field, 16 total points, 10 rebounds, including 2 defensive ones, or 2 offensive rebounds, 8 defensive ones, as well as an assist and 3 steals, all around having a great game, leading this team, helping the Bearcats out to get that 6-point lead.
Double-double for Amber Leggett has helped the Bearcats so far in this one as we start the final 10 minutes of play. Already a deflection. Good job there by the Bearcat defense. Off the inbound to begin play. Taking their time to set up the offense is Louisiana. Right now with it is Goodley. She'll try to drive past Aramis. Gets it on over to Howman on the opposite side. Leggett will stay with her. And a foul on the shot. 2 free throws coming up. And that will be called on Leggett. That'll be her third of the game.
Yeah, you don't want to see that early here. 27 seconds in, already a foul on the Bearcats. And, you know, the whole game not doing well. 25 total fouls as you see here on the replay. Her just catching the right arm of Hallman. And, you know, you just don't want to see those fouls. You'll kind of want to limit them. Like I said, 25 total, so now 26 on the game, and just this final quarter of play, you want to play it clean as close as the game is.
This free throw the first time, the second free throw will fall. Makes it a 5-point game as substitutions will be made. It'll be Morrison to check in for Louisiana to replace Howman. And now they will switch you inbounds, and it'll be Haynes to Aramis. Leggett will get the ball, swings it around, goes inside and forces the foul on the shot. 2 free throws coming up as the foul will be called on Goodwin. That'll be her second of the game.
Yeah, good play there by Leggett, just driving in the baseline as you see here on the replay. Driving in, forcing that foul on the defender there, Goodwin, and just getting to the free throw line now.
First free throw will not fall. Still a 5-point lead for the Bearcats. 9:23 left to go in the ball game. Second free throw will fall. Brings it back to a 6-point lead. Still a 2-possession game here in this one as they swing to the corner. Here's a 3 from Louisiana. That one a little strong. Aramis with the rebound. She'll take it down the court to set up the offense. In fact, will just drive to the lane. And we'll get 2 free throws coming up as the foul will be called on Burton. That'll be her second of the game.
Yeah, there you go, Jennifer Aramis, still only 5 points in the game. Going to the free throw line, just trying to get any sort of scoring here. As you see on the replay, just driving there on Burton and causing the foul, getting her to the free throw line.
Aramis with 6 rebounds, or 5 rebounds, 6 assists to go along with now 6 points. As she's 2 for 3 from the free throw line. As you take a look at the replay once again, just try to find an open lane and snuck her way in. Second free throw in and out. Morrison with possession. Still looking for her first points of the game is Morrison. And a delayed whistle. Foul will be called on Cook. That'll be her 4th foul now in the game. And you take a look at who's on the court right now before the substitution is made. 3 players for the Bearcats have 3 fouls. Cook with 4.
Yeah, not good. Like I said, a lot of fouls this game. 27 total fouls as Cook comes off the court. And it's just one of those games, whistles being called a lot. You know, already 1 minute into this first quarter, or last quarter of play, 2 fouls on each team.
So Harrell comes in for Cook for the Bearcats. The inbound will be made by Goodley. The step back stops her dribble. And now a 3-second violation will be called on Louisiana, a turnover. And that's big right now if you're Sam Houston, because you're trying to extend on that now 7-point lead.
Yeah, it is. And again, player of the game so far, Amber Leggett, just having great defense on there, getting faked out by the first shot, but not fretting, and just being able to continue her defense, causing that 3-second violation.
Harrell inside to McKinney, gets the ball taken away. Off the deflection, it looks like from Goodwin. Now here comes Louisiana once again. Right now is Goodley. Tries to get around the defense, will drive in, up and under, off the mark. Offensive rebound by Doucette. That makes it a 5-point game now, 58-53 with 8 minutes left to go.
Yeah, and there's another one of those offensive rebounds leading to 2 more second chance points for the Raging Cajuns.
Here's Harrell on over to Haynes. Inside to McKinney. Turnaround, puts one up with one hand. That'll be deflected out of bounds. Bearcats keep possession. .747 left to go in the ball game as Aramis will inbound it immediately to Leggett. And a great inbound right there to now give Amber Leggett 19 points on 7 of 17 shooting.
Yeah, it is playing all around a good game. Like I said, that double-double now with 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 steals on the game, just doing it all over the court.
A foul will be called. The Bearcat defense. It'll be called on McKinney. That'll be her 4th foul of the game. And that is huge right there. There's one more foul. McKinney fouls out. And now she's going to be substituted on the court for Sandra Kennedy. But that is huge because that is pretty much your biggest inside presence on this entire roster. And having her in foul trouble with 7.5 minutes left to go in the game and only a 7-point lead is huge right now if you're Sam Houston.
Yeah, it is. Having 4 fouls, nearly fouling out is your center, who's really your defensive standpoint of your team, as the ball is stolen there by Sam Houston, and just not something you want to see here. 7:24 left to go in this 4th quarter. Hopefully she'll be able to come back in later and make her presence felt yet again.
Rachel Harrell tried to save it in third, immediately back to Louisiana. The Louisiana player, not sure who it was, but they caught it, then stepped out of bounds. So the crowd giving her some cheers for that smart play on that one, as Aramis will take it down the court. So kick it outside after driving into Leggett. Up top, Cleveland with it. Floats one up, and that one will kiss off the glass for 2. Courtney Cleveland, the junior forward, makes it a 9-point lead.
Cleveland now with 4 points on the game, 2 of 2 for shooting.
And looks like an offensive foul will be called on Alexandra Goodley. Substitution will be made on the court now as Goodley will take a seat. And to replace her will be Andrea Cordonorier. The Bearcats with possession. Leggett will kick inside to Cleveland, loose ball. Jump ball will be called. And it'll be Bearcat possession, as that is where the possession arrow is favored.
Yeah, Cleveland trying to make any sort of impact with her little bit of play. 2 minutes in the game, but still 4 points for her.
Leggett will kick it outside to Harrell. Back to Leggett, swinging around the horn. Here's Aramis with it. 3 seconds on the shot clock, has to get the shot off, and Leggett does. 21 points now for Amber Leggett.
21 points, 10 rebounds, doing it, leading the Bearcats in most categories today, and just keeping up a great job.
An easy sneak behind the back line of the defense for Louisiana. Gets them a layup and makes it a 9-point lead once again. A timeout will be taken on the court. 6:11 to go in the ball game, 64-55. Sam Houston leads by 9. Back after this on the Bearcat Sports Network.
Chance to win Bearcat prize back into the following question correctly. The San Houston State statue is 67 feet tall. If you laid them on their side, how many statues would it take to cover the distance between the Armory and campus? Is it A, 6, B, 15, C, 12, or D, 22? All right, looks like Darius is going to go with A. Let's see if he's correct. And he is. Congratulations, Darius, and thank you to the Armory for their support. The Georgia basketball team will return here to the Coliseum Tuesday, December the 3rd, when they host Jarvis Christian here at the Coliseum, starting at 6:30 p.m. Be sure to come early and be one of the first 200 fans in attendance.
Back here on the Bearcat Sports Network. 6:11 left to go here in the ball game. Bearcats lead by 9, 64-55. The Bearcats will start playing. And it looks like a charge will be called on that one. The foul will be on Harrell. That'll be her second. It'll be a turnover as well.
Not good coming out of the timeout, looking to try to make something happen. Unable to. Bearcats still hold on to the 9-point lead, but still 6 minutes left to go in this one. You want to make sure that you can keep your feet on the gas pedal and just end this one.
Here's a shot for three. That one off the mark. Will go out of bounds. Stay with Louisiana. Inside to Doucette. Goes for the layup. That one will fall. It makes it 64-57. Haynes has to get it down the court to Walker now. She'll get across midcourt.
Yeah, the Raging Cajuns kind of flipping the script here on the Bearcats, as the Bearcats have kind of laid off their high pressure. Raging Cajuns not doing that at all and keeping up that high court press now.
Walker tries with the crossover, loses possession. Here comes Louisiana, 2-on-1 fast break. Inside with the layup, and the pump fake works as Goodwin will get the layup, and now a timeout taken by Raven Justice. Obviously not liking what she's seeing so far. Out of the timeout, looks to be a 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here as you take a look at the replay. A good job there by Louisiana to get the fast break points, but now all of a sudden, Sam Houston looks like they're breaking down out of the last timeout.
Yeah, they are up 9 coming out of the timeout, now up only 5 in less than a minute in a change of play, and that's not what you want to see at all for the Bearcats. Kind of stepping back on defense, not keeping up that high pressure, which has been working all game, kind of letting the Raging Cajuns take their space, get their points, and now only a 5-point lead. And if you're the Bearcats, you want to try to flip that around, keep that offense, keep it going, and play that defense. And one thing that I want to say is sticking out to me, bench points. SHSU's got 18 compared to the Raging Cajuns' 32.
That's definitely something you want to see, the bench helping out if you are Louisiana. Bearcats need to get that working again. Right now, the 5 on the court, 4 of them the original starters of the game. One of them right there, and Haynes not able to get the layup to fall. Now still a 5-point lead, 64-59. A steal by Leggett. She'll take it down the court. And layup off the Marco Ramos right there to put it down.
And there we go, Amber Leggett continuing to make her presence felt here on the court. Another steal, bringing her total to 5 now.
Right now with it, Portnoyer, she'll swing it around. Here's a 3. That one off the mark from Goodwin. Here's Aramis with it now. 4 minutes left to go in the ball game. A 7-point lead for the Bearcats. Aramis waiting for the pick from Haynes. Now she'll drive, gets it to Walker in the corner. And they're going to say Walker's foot was on the out-of-bounds line when she grabbed the ball. That'll be a turnover.
Yeah, a bit of a mental error there for Walker, just kind of not being aware of where she was at in the court, being out of bounds. Unfortunate turnover there. Bearcats still hold on to that 7-point lead with 3:51 to go, but want to make sure that they continue their lead going into this one.
Take it across midcourt, does Thomas. Swings around to Williams. Goes to the corner and a steal by Walker. Almost stolen from right behind her. But a good job by the Bearcats now to grab their 10th steal of the game.
Yeah, there you go by Jalen Walker, making up for her mistake, getting that steal right back for the Bearcats.
Correction, steal number 11, and it turns in to points off turnovers. As Jennifer Aramis is able to get the layup to fall. Now 10 points in the game for her.
Yeah, moving into double digits now, 10 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Finally coming into this one after her big game against Howard Payne and just continuing to make an impact for this team.
Inside up for the shot, and the and one will fall for Williams. The shot will be good, and the foul will be called on Cleveland. That'll be her 4th foul in the game. That's now both Walker and Cleveland on the court currently with 4 fouls. And right now, if you're Louisiana, you have to use that to your strength.
Yeah, you do. You want to play the ball towards them, try to get them to come out of this one, fouling out. That's got to be the game plan here with 2:57 left to go as Williams comes up for the free throws. And if you can try to get those players out on those fouls, then Louisiana's gonna take advantage of that as much as they can.
A 6-point lead now as the free throw falls. Here's Aramis with it, and a steal off a deflection. Here comes Louisiana with it.
And the Bearcats want to be careful here. 5 fouls now in the corner in the bonus the rest of the game.
They'll take it inside the floater, try to draw the foul, not going to get the call. Rebound by Haynes. Aramis with it. She'll take it around, now try to drive. Open lane, floats it off the mark. Rebound made by Doucette. Here's Goodwin with it for Louisiana. Just over 2 minutes left to go, and a 2-possession lead for the Bearcats. Doucette with it from the free throw line, and that one in and out. Rebound made by Leggett. She'll take it down the court herself and give it to Walker. And a timeout taken by head coach Raven Justice. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. 2:01 left to go in the game. Well, actually, the referees will switch it to a full timeout by the Bearcats. With 2:01 left to go in the ball game, 68-62 the score. Bearcats leading here by a couple of possessions. We'll keep it right here. And Scott, you take a look at the situation at hand right now, and you have to think, what do the Bearcats need to do to hold off a potential comeback that would see them lose the lead potentially? Already up by 6 currently with just over 2 minutes left to go as you take a look at the replay. But what do the Bearcats have to do to make sure they keep this lead?
They got to do what you said earlier in the first half of the game. Play their game. You know we play that high-tempo offense, trying to force the mistakes on the defense, and also keeping up that high-press defense. It was working great for them in the first half and early in the third quarter. They've kind of stepped away from that high-court defense and have dropped back to now kind of a zone defense. But they kind of want to go back to that, and like I said, that offense, making the mistakes or forcing the defense to make those mistakes, not forcing anything, playing their game, and if they can do that, they'll be able to hold on to that win. With 2:01 left to go in this one, up 6 here in this game.
Aramis will get the inbound now, under 2 minutes left to go in the ball game. Taking her time, trying to let the clock run out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. It'll go out of bounds, stay with the Bearcats.
Your golden opportunity there for the Raging Cajuns as well as hit out of bounds. with Jennifer Aramis with the ball.
Now players will clear the court, and it looks like they are going to take a replay. Take a second look and look at the replay to see if it did in fact just go off of the Louisiana player or if it potentially touched Aramis before it went out of bounds.
Yeah, and this will be one of the biggest decisions of the game coming up here. Up 6 with 1:48 to go. And if this ball is turned over, that gives the Raging Cajuns a golden opportunity to make it a one-possession game if they can get the ball here off of this turnover.
Take a look at the replay. Aramis with it. Courtnoyer the one playing defense. From that vantage point, it looked like it only went off Courtnoyer, and it didn't look like Aramis touched it again. Now, granted, you can't see that the hand potentially touching it when the ball gets knocked towards out of bounds, but it did look like there was some separation potentially. You take a look at the replay once again from this angle.
Yeah, even though the ball is hit away by Courtnoyer there on the play, and Aramis does make a second effort for it. Doesn't look like she touches the ball, and it should be the Bearcats' ball coming up. They call in their third referee for their judgment.
To me, honestly, it looks like the referees are going to say that there isn't enough video evidence to overturn the call. And that is exactly what it looks like, as the Bearcats will keep possession.
Yeah, I don't think there was enough evidence. There looked like a little bit of space between Aramis and the ball, but there wasn't clear evidence. And, you know, with these replays, you have to have clear and full evidence saying that you can change the call.
Here's Aramis off the inbound. Five seconds on the shot clock. She has to get the shot off. Here's Walker, comes up as the shot clock expires and gets the mid-range jumper to fall.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly how they drew that play up. Mid-ranger there from Walker give the Bearcats that 8-point lead with a minute and a half to go, as the ball's stolen again by Amber Leggett.
That's now 6 steals in the game by Amber Leggett. 6 of the 12 are by her alone. Here's Aramis with it. Trying to get the offense set up, but also take time off the clock. Here's Haynes inside, turns around on the shot. Shot will not fall, but 2 free throws will be coming up. As a foul will be called on Goodwin, that'll be her 3rd of the game with 59.8 seconds left to go.
Yeah, and on that one, Raging Cajuns wanted a foul there and a push off from Aramis. Weren't able to get the call, and instead will be some free throws coming up for the Bearcats.
First free throw off the mark. Second free throw falls, makes it a 9-point lead. Floater up, 2 free throws coming off the foul on the shot. 51.3 seconds left to go as the foul will be called on Cleveland, and that's foul number 5 for Courtney Cleveland. So Courtney Cleveland has fouled out. Her final stat line, 4 points, 2 of 2 from the field, and 8 minutes of play.
Yeah, not too much playing time for her, but definitely taking advantage of it with the 2 for 2, with 4 points in the game. Having to come out here now with 5 fouls.
It'll be Williams to take the free throws, currently 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. She'll make it 7 of 8 as that one falls to give her 15 points in the game. Second free throw. Looks like will fall. Now a loose ball saved almost by Louisiana. It'll stay Bearcat possession, 48.5 seconds left to go. 71-64, Bearcats still lead. But of course, Louisiana putting on the full court pressure, trying to get any turnovers they can. They're trying to get back in this ball game, and there's one right there by Goodwin. She'll try to drive the lane, and a foul on the shot. They're gonna call it, looks like Leggett for a push. It looked kind of the other way around as you were motioning, Scott. It looked like Goodwin kind of pushed off of Leggett to try to create some space.
Yeah, it looked like she extended the elbow on that one. The refs, I guess, saw another thing, as we see here on the replay. Running in, as you can see, Goodwin clearly pushing off of Leggett, but instead Leggett will be called for the foul.
So first free throw will fall, makes it 71-65 now. 6-point ball game.
Yeah, dangerous territory, 45 seconds left in this one.
2 for 2 on that trip. Now 2 for 2 in the game for Goodwin from the charity stripe. Here's Cook with it down the court, and a foul looks to be called on Burton.
Yeah, looked to be tripped on that one. And that'll be 5 fouls for the Raging Cajuns. That'll put them in the bonus. So Cook will have 2 free throws coming up, and these are 2 of the biggest free throws of the game. If she can make this, it'll be a 7-point game, making it 3 possessions, and will pretty much put the game out of reach for the Raging Cajuns.
First free throw in and out.
See here on the replay from Cook.
You see she tried to get past the defender on Burton. Was tripped up as the free throw falls to make it 72-66. A 6-point lead once again. And here comes Corden Warrior. She'll go for the baseline shot off the glass. That one will fall. The putback by Doucette will fall. And now hold on a second as the referees will stop play. I think they're talking about the clock situation. They're going to reset the clock to 33 seconds from what it looks like. So wait for them to reset. And that's exactly what they do. They reset it to 33 seconds exactly. Inbounds pass to Aramis. She'll take it down the court as they try to steal it. And a foul will be called on Louisiana. It looks to be on Corden Warrior. That'll be her 4th foul of the game. Free throws for Aramis, and now the shot clock has turned off with 28.9 seconds left to go in the game.
Yeah, 2 very big free throws coming up on back-to-back possessions now for the Bearcats. Up only 4 now with less than 30 seconds to go. And if she can make both of these, put that into a 6-point game, it is still 2 possessions in that case, but a very difficult 2 points. A very difficult 2-possession game if she makes it as the first one is in.
Aramis now 4 of 6 from the charity stripe, 12 points in the game. Makes it a 6-point lead with 25 seconds and counting. Here's the up and under from Williams. The basket falls. It's now a 4-point game. Wouldn't be surprised if you start seeing fouls being made intentionally as you do right there. Actually, no, it'll be a timeout called by the Bearcats with 20 seconds exact left to go in the game. We'll keep it right here, 74-70 the score. Right now, if you're the Bearcats, what are you trying to game plan?
You're trying to throw the Raging Cajuns off. Having that 9-point lead, 58 seconds to go, now down to 4. If you're the Bearcats, you kind of want to throw them off. The Raging Cajuns playing that high court press, doing a very good job of it as well. As you can see, the Bearcats are struggling to inbound those passes here late in this one. But the Bearcats can play their game and try to force the mistake on the defense. They'll be able to come out of this one. As you see here on the replay, barely able to inbound the pass to Cook. And of course, double team there, back and very far back of the court, and Coach Justice wanted that timeout.
Key situation for both sidelines. Haynes to inbound in a 4-point contest. looking for somebody to inbound, gets it on over to Leggett. Thought about dumping it off, decided not to. Now here's Cook with it. She'll try to drive, almost loses control, and a foul will be called to stop the clock with 12.8 seconds. The foul will be called on Goodwin. That'll be her fourth.
Yeah, that was real dangerous. Leggett giving the ball to Cook, her spinning out two defenders, almost like a football move there, able to get away from them and causing the foul now, 12.8 seconds to go. Up 4, trying to make it an even better two-possession game.
First free throw will fall out. And for me, if I'm Louisiana, I'm telling my players, commit a foul before the ball even gets inbounded, because then no time gets taken off the clock. It's still within 2 possessions. And it gives you more time, but right now as the second free throw is made, 1 of 2 on the trip, makes it a 5-point lead. 75-70 is the score. The timeout will be taken by Louisiana. It'll be a full timeout. 12.8 seconds left to go in the ball game. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this here on the Bearcat Sports Network. .8 seconds left to go in the ball game. A 5-point lead for the Bearcats over the Raging Cajuns. Here on the Bearcat Sports Network, Jordan Smith here alongside me is Scott Morris. Bringing you the final 12 seconds of the game as Louisiana will inbound it. They'll need a quick basket here. They'll go for 3, and that one will fall for Louisiana. And now they're going to stop the clock to reset it. And that gives Louisiana an absolute advantage as they give them back 0.4 seconds left. Not exactly sure why the referee's trying to stop the clock there in that situation.
Yeah, I'm not either. A lot of miscommunication on the clock, especially down this late in the game, and you don't want to see it there from the referees, but...
Now a foul will be called. 3.9 seconds left to go. And now it is up to Faith Cook, the redshirt junior guard. Transfer from UTEP. 2 free throws makes it a 4-point game and puts this one out of reach.
Yeah, a big moment here from the transfer student from UTEP. Second game of the season against the Raging Cajuns. If she can make both of these with 3.9 seconds left, could put the game away. But these are continuing to be the biggest free throws of the game. Back to back to back now for the Bearcats, and there's going to be a bigger moment here for Faith Cook.
First free throw falls, makes it a 3-point game. Cook now 4 of 7 from the charity stripe. You should take a look at the replay. Well, Louisiana should have probably committed the foul beforehand, but both free throws will fall to make it a 4-point game. 3.9 seconds left to go. They'll have to get down the court. Won't be enough time as they put up the 3. And that will do it. The Bearcats escape a late rally by Louisiana and claim the victory to go 2-0 in the regular season to start out. 77-73 the final. And Scott, I got to tell you, this was a good game.
Yeah, sure was. Big game. Amber Leggett, 21 points, 11 rebounds, 6 steals all over the court, including Jennifer Aramis, 12 points. 7 rebounds, and just both players playing very well. A great game for the Bearcats, now 2-0 on the season, beating the Raging Cajuns, and you got to feel good after this win.
Bearcats certainly do, being able to escape with the victory. There'll be some things that head coach Raven Justice, I'm sure, will take a look at with their team, including the 32 fouls, as well as not being able to get as many turnovers in the game. 12 steals, 18 total turnovers that they committed themselves, forcing 19. on the defensive side. The Bearcats getting the victory by 4, 77-73 final. Bearcats over the Raging Cajuns. For everybody here on the Bearcat Sports Network, alongside me, Scott Morris, my name is Jordan Sis, saying good evening, good night, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday night.